August 20th article, Kentucky.com. Woman is arrested in connection with a June double homicide in Wolfe County. The Kentucky State Police arrested Carla S. Hunt, 31 years old, of Owingsville, Friday in Bath County. She's charged with murder. She'd been previously charged with tampering with physical evidence. She's at the Three Forks Detention Center, Regional Detention Center. Devont Hall, 24 of Dayton, Ohio, and Eugene Wade Jr, 28 of Shelbyville, have also been arrested in the case. In June, the body of Brandy N. Davidson, 25 of Stanton, Kentucky, was found outside a cabin off of Kentucky 11 in Wolfe County. The body of Devin J. Payton, 33 of Georgetown, was found under the Slate Creek Bridge near Bedford Road in Montgomery County. Hall and Wade were named in suspects at the time the bodies were found. So Brandy N. Davidson, 25 of Stanton, was killed of Kentucky, and Devin J. Payton, 33-year-old Devin J. Payton of Georgetown, was also killed too. They are suspecting that Devontae Hall and Eugene Wade Jr., 24 and 28 years old, they were already arrested for it. One's from Dayton, Ohio. The other one's from Shelbyville, Kentucky. Now you have another Kentucky woman who has been charged, white woman, Carla S. Hunt, age 31, of Owingsville, Friday in Bath County. She was arrested in Bath County from Owingsville, Kentucky. So now there's three suspects for the murder of Brandy N. Davidson and Devin J. Payton of Stanton and Georgetown, respectively, and they were killed in June. So June, July, August, September. 3 months ago, there were two murders of two individuals, and they just arrested a third person, just recently. This is why this is a news story, because Carla S. Hunt has now been arrested, and this was August 20th. So this is actually this is a month old, so this is old news, right? Who cares, People watch the news and they could be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe those monsters. The society, man, is going to hell in a handbasket. What is up with people today? I think 95% of all human interaction and human behavior has a logical explanation to it. Essentially, a lot of seemingly insane behavior happens because 95% of all the insane behavior is because they're trying to communicate with somebody that they can't communicate, somebody that they love. They're trying to communicate to somebody that they love, but they're not able to do it. And there's also poverty and oppression and, capitalism, dog-eat-dog world, so you get all the oppressors of society. Not excusing it, I'm just saying let's find what the root causes are behind all these homicides so we can stop them from happening. We got this shock doctor and Matt Bevin who's in there, and he's going to exacerbate it. He's cutting all the education, he's cutting health care, he's having all these austerity measures, and he's making sure, he's doing his Sharia law, so no more abortions, no more funding for abortions, no more gay people. If you're gay, he's probably a closet gay person himself, but because he can't admit to it, he wants to say, look how much I hate gay people, to try to, get people to look the other way, when he is, what they did was barbaric, but people have the ability to do something good or something bad at any moment of the day. At any moment, a person could do something good for somebody or do something bad for somebody. So this is something bad, I think that this is something in the human condition. This is anybody. Anybody could have been, if they're in their situation, I don't know if you would have done the same thing. I mean, I don't know why they did it, if it was a crime of passion, a crime of robbery, or if there was something else that was going on. That's another thing. We never actually get the details of the story. How come we don't get the details of the story? What actually happened? What actually happened? Yeah, there's dead people, and cops arrested somebody, but does that mean one is connected to the other? Cops can arrest some innocent person, and now everybody thinks that innocent person is connected to the thing when we're innocent until proven guilty. But I guess we're so powerless, and we're just spectators in our democracy. We just, hope that the cops are the good guys and hope that the cops went and got the good people. The cops killed that Harlan County man. They killed Samantha Ramsey. They killed, they've killed, 30-something people this year and last year. So they've been executing people, for the last 2 years that we know about, that we've been counting. But how many people have they been executing for decades without anybody paying attention, without anybody noticing? And if they're the ones setting the example and they're going around solving problems with violence and murder, that's if the public officials, for good or ill, the government serves as the example. And if that's the examples that we have for manhood, where we're going to be shocked when the population is criminal too, the government's criminal. So of course the population is going to be criminal. So, you know, we need criminal justice reform, we need poverty reform, we need, you know, economic inequality reform, we need criminal justice, prison reform, and police brutality. So we need a lot of reform or just revolution. Really, Section 4 of Kentucky's Constitution says that we have a right to revolution if we're not guaranteed our happiness, our safety, or something else. If our safety or our happiness. But that's Section 4 of Kentucky's Constitution legalizes revolution if the government isn't doing their job, you know, protecting us and helping make sure we get to where we're trying to go. Mr. Shock Doctrine, Matt Bevin, the governor of Kentucky, is only exacerbating the bad situations that Kentucky has been plagued with for decades. Poor health, poor education, lots of poverty, the toothlessness, you know, bad hygiene. There's a lot of things. No health insurance, and he's cutting health insurance. He's cutting education. He's a teabagger. He's a right-wing teabagger. He doesn't believe in helping the poor whatsoever. He believes everybody should just tighten their belts up and just, you know, be optimistic. And I think there's a part to that you can maintain your agency, but there's learned helplessness. When you're in school and then you go back and you're afraid to go back home because of domestic violence that's happening, when there's poverty and there's all this, you know, bad advice, people saying, oh, you know, the liberals and the black people, they get a break when they go to college, but you won't be able to afford college. There's a lot of bad advice. There's a lot of things that are wrong with Kentucky. Up is down and down is up here. And, you know, this is, murder is the worst thing you could do. I mean, there's rape and robbery and, you know, violence that's happening all over the place, and those are the worst things. I don't even like lying or ignorance or hypocrisy or superstition, but, you know, to talk about those little things, it almost seems insignificant when people are getting shot. People are getting shot all throughout the state of Kentucky. It's not just Louisville. This one is in Wolfe County. So Wolfe County, this is in eastern Kentucky County, you know, kind of in the middle of nowhere. And you had Brandy N. Davidson, R.I.P., 25-year-old Brandy N. Davidson of Stanton, and Devin J. Payton, 33 years old, of Georgetown. So R.I.P. to both of them. But this isn't just exclusively the black city of Louisville, where the population is about 20 to 25% black. So even Louisville, the majority of Louisville is 75% white. But people think of Louisville as being the black city in Kentucky because it's more progressive. It's got more black people than any of the other cities, even Covington, even northern Kentucky, because Cincinnati is about 50-50 downtown, but go to Covington and it's about 90%. Even the Mason-Dixon line is still going strong here in the state of Kentucky. So yeah, that's happening, right? Jill Stein is the only hope we got. Vote Jill Stein. Jill Stein, 2016. Viva la Revolution.